Our shift for learning this past year has been around moving from engagement to empowerment. What that means to us is technology in the past worked on engaging students, making learning fun for them. We're focused on empowering students with the technology, which to us means making the technology useful in a real-world situation, which the students can take ownership of, and it becomes their experience.
The change in the learning environment has had a really positive impact on the learning. Kids are super motivated to come into a refreshing, clean, gorgeous space and embrace new challenges.
Having such a unique space really engages kids in different ways and really takes learning to a whole nother level. Really pushes them to collaborate, work together to solve problems, communicate with each other.
In each building, we took an approach that was really specifically designed for that building and what their needs were. For example, in our K2 building, their need was to rethink their traditional technology lab. So we've expanded on their technology lab, opened it up a little bit, used some flexible seating in it. In our 3-5 building, their need was to create what they're calling a learning hub. And they've combined multiple classrooms attached to the library to create a hub for science, math, all the STEAM initiatives that we're working on throughout the building.
The space and the span has really changed the way our kids engage with each other, with technology, and with content.
Our newest technology lab is a 21st century learning space that we designed specifically for robotics classes. When students first come into this room, their jaws just drop and they look around and they're like, this is so not what school used to look like.
In the high school, their need was to rethink a large space where they needed a spot where large groups of 30 or plus students could come together and do problem-based learning experiences. With the Nureva Span, we were able to do a 30-foot span, so 30 feet of continuous projection, where we can have up to 30 students at the board at one time. Simultaneously, we could have 30 more if we needed in their seats, planning what they want to post on the board. When students have an opportunity to sit and plan before they actually present their work, they can be reflective and they can think about what they're putting up there. And sometimes for the shyer students, that's a little bit easier of a transition for them. There was one moment with the Nureva Span that I can remember well. It was when we were working with third grade students. They were designing houses for the Three Little Pigs. And so they know that story well, and they were actually redesigning the houses using this design thinking concept. And in our classrooms, we have inclusion classrooms, so they're a mixed group of students inside the classroom. And when you walk in and you see the students working, it would be impossible for you to tell which students have special needs in that classroom, because students that traditionally may have struggled in traditional class settings were all contributing and working on the project and all had something to add. And I think the technology in that case was the great equalizer.
I find that this span is very unique in that it really gives kids a very easy entry into the software, but the power behind it, in that it encourages the collaboration and the communication between children, between classes, adults and children. It really provides an experience that they wouldn't get with most other technologies that I've seen implemented in the school.